This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day I may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone got us bag a thing now. Makes true me I do it like Nike. But me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spite me, me just a go and do me thing now. Me just a do it like Nike. 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 Them want poison me, show me thing up. Plus me and them girlfriend a link up. Dog, where you did.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, ESC Distributors Limited, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Fun Foods Wholesale, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, the National Insurance Board, the National Youth Guard, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Tropical Gyro Lays.
From what day you may find out, certain people don't like me. Everyone focus bag a thing.
And good afternoon, good day. This is Talking Heads Thursday with Pearly. How you doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. It's so good to be back here with you today. Boy, some stuff been going down. Now, y'all know I don't get much into talking the politics thing, but we can talk little politics today. I can step out my comfort zone. We can get into it. And we just can have an open line and let you say what you got to say today. But let's look at the front page of the Guardian first. Oh, yeah, the weather getting a little warmish out there. Summer coming. My beach body almost there. One thing I got to confess. Remember I told you all a few months back, I started my gardening? Everything dead. I do not have a green thumb. I do not have a green thumb. Ah, boy, I feel so bad with that. I don't know. I just couldn't get it right. I just couldn't get it right. But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try again. They say if you fail, nothing beats a failure but a try. I'm going to try and try and try again till I get it right. So wish me luck, okay? Or maybe somebody who know how to do this can come help me out. But front page of the Guardian, government backtracks on ERCOT powers, amends electricity bill. Jury discharge on MP's rape case. Bills pave way for lower power bill, PM says. Bill would allow for trial by Interesting. Look at the business section quickly. PM reassures ERCOT is the regulator of GBPC. The bill also recognizes ERCOT as the regulatory authority for Grand Bahama, and this is nothing new. New electricity bill, an atrocity, says Minis. Liquefied natural gas bunkering service to begin Friday in Grand Bahama. GPPA needs direction before shares can be offered to Bahamians, says Chamber head. Cement manufacturer expect growth to triple this year. OSHA, OSH, inspectors received more than 100 calls for infractions last year. Gas look like it's getting close to $6, $5.96 at Rubis, $5.92 at Esso, and $5.85 at Shell. Woo! $6 coming. $6 coming. So, some interesting stuff politically been happening with the opposition. Oh, let's don't forget, World Relays this weekend, May 4th through 5th at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Get your tickets. World Relays Bahamas 24.org. You can get them online, or you can go to the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium. The world is coming. And let's go cheer on our Bahamians. Let's do what we got to do. And then next week, Mother's Day weekend, you know, the Bahamas Red Cross Society Fun Run Walk Push and Mini Health Fair. Themes, Heroes Among Us. Saturday, May 11, 2024 at 6 a.m. It's $30 to enter. It's starting at the Red Cross Society headquarters. That's on the airport and JFK, the airport road we call it. Support that, Four Seasons. You can register online at fourseasonsracemanagement.com or in person at the Red Cross headquarters, okay? Check it out. All you enthusiasts, I won't be here, so, do it for me, all right? So, now, all kind of things been going on this week. And it's really interesting, Last week, Thursday, the Free National Movement Central Council ratified them having a one-day convention on June 1st, 2024, at the Breezes voting, and then at Bahama, they're going to have a session that night. The FNM's Women's Association is supposed to have an election today. In court right now. What is going on? I see two announcements come out. Of course, the leader, Michael Pintard, is nominating tomorrow, and I see former Prime Minister Hubert Minnis is nominating tomorrow. What do you think about that? How do you feel about him trying to make a comeback? Is that something we should be doing? And they fighting. What's going on? Why are you in court? What's happening? I need to know. You all tell me what you think about this. I have some personal views, but I ain't gonna hold them for now. I don't want, get into what's going on with that. But, it's disconcerting, or it's really concerning, I should say, that they had this fight going on when you're supposed to be uniting in order to battle the government. You should have them together. I don't know. I see a lot of stuff going on. I'm hearing a lot of this back and forth. What is this about? The chairman of the party nominated, Dr. Dwayne Sands nominated this morning, and his comment was, this is democracy at its best. This is democracy in action. You got a right to contest any seat you want, any position you want, and I heard all 51 positions are open, from leader, deputy leader, chairman, deputy chairman, vice chairman, treasurer, assistant treasurer, deputy treasurer, assistant secretary, all are open. So it's open to say, but this ain't sitting right with Pearlie. So I need to know how y'all feel about this. Should Dr. Minnis be trying to make a comeback? Because, I hearing some things out there. They ain't sound too good to me.
Hey, is it everything good?
I right here catching that, calling it a good time.
Listen, I in the 99.9% of the human public.
Uh-huh.
We're hearing the same thing you've been hearing.
Okay.
Understand? And, when he go and throw that snap election, right?
Uh-huh.
He got some bad information then as well.
Okay.
So whoever this team is feeding in this foolish information all the time,
uh-huh,
you need to get rid of them, because nobody want to brother.
So you think he shouldn't run?
He shouldn't run.
Okay.
The majority of Bahamian people who are not affiliated with any party rebut the arrogance that came out at the end of his tenure.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
It's the pure arrogance that he had that caused him.
Now, I see when letter to the editor, they saying he learned his lesson and he changed his ways. He's nicer now.
Yeah, you can't change your ways. Ultimate power corrupts absolutely.
Okay.
And he had the ultimate power, and he was corrupted absolutely.
I gotcha.
All right, buddy.
Okay, thanks for calling. Wow.
All right.
Okay. I just get into the next caller. Call you on the air. What you saying?
Hi, Perry.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine, darling.
What you saying?
Pearlie,
Yes, dear.
I am alive. There will be a time for Dr. Minnis to make his comeback. Now it's just not that time.
Okay.
And Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis, if you're listening, who is ever out there advising you to come back, I think you should have a rethink. The public is not ready for you yet. You're a doctor. You know when you have a bad sore or a broken leg, you know how long it takes before you can try to walk on that leg again without damaging it.
Okay.
Further.
So what you telling me? The Bahamian people ain't healed enough yet?
No, we're still limping on crutches. We don't need him.
Okay.
Mind you, I would like him to stay in the party, and I would like him to retain his Kalani seat, because whatever he's doing down there, those persons down there love him.
Okay.
I appreciate that. So obviously he knows what to do. However, for the country, our legs got broken. We're still on 2 crutches, not even one. Please allow us to heal and come back again later someday.
Okay.
But this is not the time. I would hate to see you with egg on your face.
Oh boy.
Please.
Okay.
Sit out.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling. Caller, you on the air? Caller, you out there? You on the air?
Pearlie,
Hey.
to Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis,
Uh-huh.
if your ambition is to one-day convention to seek the leadership of the Free National Movement with a view to becoming the next Prime Minister again of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, don't.
Don't.
Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If you want to call in, it's 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, 325-4259, 325-4259, toll free 242-300-5720. The text line is powered by BTC, 422-4796, 422-4796. Let's go right back to the lines. Call you on the air.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm good.
Out in the Bahamas, we vote for Prime Minister, not a king.
Okay.
You know, Minister acted like he was a king, the competent authority.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Uh-huh.
We don't need a king. Tell him go sit down. We vote for Prime Minister, not a king. Let him go sit down. Thank you.
Very welcome. Thank you very much. Great show as usually, Texter. Great show as usual, Pearly. How low you think how let's get back at it. Okay. How low you think the battle for leadership of the F&M party will go, because Dr. Minnis could hit below the belt. But Pearly, Pintard ain't no green politician. We could see from the House of Assembly, Pintard could sling mud as good as the best of them. If you need to see how low will they go. I hope it's a clean election, and you just argue the issues and the points, and just go through that, and you gotta heal afterwards. OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, is not recognized in the Bahamas. If it was, many companies in the Bahamas would be immediately shut down, starting with government corporations. BPL, wink, wink. Wow. Caller, you on the air. How you doing? Are you there, caller?
Really?
Hey.
Yeah, I forget to mention, take account of how much people is for or against Dr. Minnis' return. So he can get a general idea as to what the public feels about him.
Okay, I can see.
I think that's four. I think that's three or four you had so far.
That's four.
A move to him coming back.
Yeah, that's why I can let the producer get me a pen right now. I don't know why I didn't bring my pen with me. Don't fuss me, but I'll take note. Okay.
That's okay. I'll lend you mine.
You take count for me then. That's four. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Okay. Next call on the air. Caller, what you saying? What I do wrong? I do something wrong, Mr. Producer. No, I do. It's Amy. Let me just read the next text then. Caller, hold on. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Pearly, why are there so many PLPs? If he does, the PLP will win. I heard somebody says, they ain't guaranteeing that the F&M will win under Pintard, but they sure they gonna lose if Minister Running will give the PLP another 5 years. I don't know if that's true. Y'all gotta tell me that, how y'all feel. I know how I can vote when my vote comes, but you gotta let me know. Caller, you on the air. How you doing?
Yeah, Pearly, you got to talk to the plants. See, I don't know if you talking to these women on this radio, got them calling you honey and this, but that's what you got to talk to.
Don't get jealous, bro. Don't get jealous.
No, I'm only telling you what you have to talk to. You have to talk to your plants. You say you don't have a green thumb.
No, I don't.
But you have to. But first of all, Pearly, I don't know if you realize that plants need sun, nitrogen, potassium, and water.
Yeah,
love.
I know.
You got all that ready?
Yeah, I got all that ready.
Did you burn the field?
No, I actually had them in pots, right? Nice big pots.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to put them in the ground eventually.
Yeah, I didn't get that idea. They even didn't get 4 inches tall before they die on me.
But I'm Pearly. Anyway, that's a special case, and I need a doctor for that, but not Minnis. But no, let's just talk about this for a minute.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
When I look at his demeanor, because I have a pretty good way of sizing up people, and he need to call and say if I'm wrong. It appears to me that as a child growing up, he was bullied. He was living in a level of opulence that his peers didn't like, but he seemed to have been ostracized a lot, perhaps when he was in school. So he's not a team player.
Okay.
And you could clearly see he's not a team player. He's grudged. And you can look at Pintard and see that Pintard is all about love. See, Pintard could get your plants to grow.
I'm sure I'm going to ask him to come talk to them for me.
Okay? Minnis ain't going to get them to grow because Minnis, I don't want to say this, but, as a gynecologist, you make more money getting rid of babies than bringing babies.
I think he was more into bringing. I don't think he did that other thing. I never heard that about him, so I ain't gonna go there.
I just tell you, most gynecologists make their money getting rid of them.
When he was campaigning in 17, because he did deliver to 3 of my kids, and he tell them, I deliver over 5,000 of y'all, y'all got to deliver me. So I know he's delivered a lot of babies. If you do the math, that's some good chunk of money.
Yeah, but you know,
I know how much I had to pay.
You don't normally hear about. I think wasn't his son charged with something similar just recently?
Yeah, there was something.
See, it's like father, like son. Let's leave that alone.
Oh, I'll call you trying to get me in problems.
Yeah, let's leave that alone, though. But for cohesion, he need to get out of the way. Because even though if he wins, the Bahamian populace have a sour taste in their mouth because of the COVID and the way he handled it. While other people around the world was taking a walk on the beach, he was locking you up for going to the pump to get water.
1 minute late. If you're 1 minute late.
So I tell you, he was bullied. So, I used to spar with Elijah Obed. We used to call him Gully.
You told plenty blows then.
I'm a little shorter than him.
Okay.
But I would like to challenge him for a couple of rounds. But I want to whoop him, boy.
He's in shape now. He's walking and exercising.
That's all right. I know he run on the beach. So do I.
Okay.
And see, in Vietnam, they taught me how to kill.
Okay.
So take it easy.
All right.
Have a nice day.
Okay. It's interesting to hear, how people say, and I want to hear some people who support it and give me your reasoning why you think he should run. I don't, I've listened to some things. Oh, he didn't finish what he was doing and he needs another chance to finish. But you ain't had to call early election. You had 8-9 months more you could have waited and ride it out. Because this headwind we were coming, fellas them was spending crazy them 9 months. They left the curfew in November. They did everything they had to do, and people, that December, they had John Canoe and everything was everything.
Hey, Pearly, what's up?
In this corner, what you saying?
Listen, I heard the lady told you to take account of everyone who wants minister who don't want it, right? MPLP is waiting for that to happen because they're going to be the ones calling in, say they want him.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Now, this thing is now, I don't have a problem nobody calling, but give me truth now. I prefer to hear from Free National Movement members as opposed to because the PLP is not at the convention, yeah.
But you understand what I'm saying, right?
I understand what you're saying. I understand fully what you're saying.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. I understand fully what you're saying. Let me see this text is. Great show as usual, Pearly. Remember, next time it's the poor people time, but I close to middle class, so I still get screwed. Next text says, great show as usual, Pearly. The caller totally incorrect because if you plants don't want to get locked down, if ministers say grow them plant better, just how high? Boy, I tell you, ministers don't play. Let's see this next one. Y'all so ungrateful, but ministers did a great job. Tourism was booming through the Cat 5. Most hotels workers kept their jobs or received unemployment checks or food assistance. The pandemic folks were fed or retained jobs. The PLP right now cutting deals we the populace know nothing about. I am not even political. Bahamas needs those strict measures because we love slackness and corruption. Interesting. Thank God we didn't let ministers to the finish. The country probably would be set back years. 10 years, he say. Out to bow out gracefully. Always have to be unceremoniously ran out. Mr. M. Pindad for leader and PM. Interesting. Politics fascinates me. I follow politics, the Bahamas, of course, eat, sleep, and drink it. Jamaica, Barbados, Guyana, at some point. I'm following the U.S. Trump-Biden race, Canada, a little bit of English politics, but I find this Bahamas ain't nothing like this. Ain't nothing like this. Let's take this next caller. Caller, go on it. Ain't nothing like this. But I'm trying to understand because I see some things going and I see big row. You go into court and I see the vice chairman took the chairman and the secretary general took the chairman and the leader, I think, to court. And I'm understanding why would you get the court involved in party politics? I know that they have council rep or whatever you call it, central council, whatever you call it. And that's the governing body. So if they make a ruling and majority rules, and an overwhelmingly majority, it ain't like it's been by 2 or 3 vote, overwhelmingly majority. Why are you battling that? Why are you taking that to court? No, full disclosure, everybody know who I am and what I do. And I try to keep it neutral and try to keep it like that. And I've worked with all of them. And I've worked with Michael Pintard, and I found him to be a very inclusive person. Listens, wants your opinion, values the young people's opinion, and I'm impressed by that. And wants to hear what you say. I used to think that about Dr. Minnis. I don't know. I don't know who's giving the advice now. I don't know who's saying you should run, because I'm not hearing positive things out there. As much as I try, and I'm a very forgiving. I look for the best in everybody. I try to find out. I defend you to the core. But I ain't hearing it, and I ain't getting riled by people who I ain't hearing it. But let's take the call on there. What you saying?
Hey, how you doing?
Thank God for life. What's up?
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm calling in just to have a little voice on this matter. A great party, the Free National Movement.
Okay.
And I believe when the dust is settled, Michael Pintard will remain the leader of this great party along with his team.
Okay.
One of the things I want the public to know is, at the end of the day, the FNM deals with its business, and then we move on to win the election to govern the country. And families are always having their issues, and then they come to the conclusion to resolve the matter.
Okay.
I think my hope was that Dr. Minnis would have not nominated himself. He would have taken the road to become a statesman.
Well, he hasn't nominated yet. There's tomorrow, so he's still got like 24 hours.
Well,
less than 24 hours.
If he's putting out all of those stuff for the president, obviously somehow he has a desire to nominate himself. And for me, I would have think he gotten all the necessary perks that is necessary for a former prime minister. What is the purpose of him coming back? What is the purpose of him doing what he's doing? He gave a wonderful speech that Michael Pintard is a great leader.
I heard that.
He will do well for the country and blah blah. So my thing is, what is wrong now? What are you coming back for? Because at the end of the day, where's the support? You don't have that that he's ever did down in 2021, and after Michael came in, the whole shebang of the leadership following Michael Pintard. Michael Pintard, Shannon Cartwright are the future leaders of this country. They are the next generation of leaders, whether people like it or not. This is a time for a paradigm shift.
Okay.
And I close with this. That generation from the 60s will now lose its favor in the country, because the country needs fresh mind, fresh leadership. And I believe at the end of the day, Michael Pintard, Shannon Cartwright, and those who will serve on the team will be good for the country in 2026.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks for calling. Next call we got there. What you saying? Call you on there. How you doing?
Good afternoon, Mr. Perley.
And don't listen to your radio. Listen to your phone.
No, it's off.
Okay, darling. I'm here. How you doing?
Okay. Now, here's my thing, right?
Okay.
Let's just start with this. Yes, I know it's not a good picture with infighting and whomever taken. That's a bit the extreme of taking to court. But let me tell you something. One of the nastiest racists that I have ever witnessed and seen was the PLP last, what they call it, chairmanship.
Okay.
That was nasty.
But they
name calling, etc. So what I'm saying is, yes?
They came together afterwards, though.
They did.
Uh-huh.
And I am hoping by God's grace that the same would happen. But I'm saying, but this kind of thing can really, power, I guess, can really cause people to get against each other. I'm pulling for my person, you're pulling for your person. And let's hopefully it will all pan out.
Okay.
But one more thing, please, before I go.
Yes, ma'am.
What I do understand, I would hate to know that Dr. Minnis would allow someone to set him up. Right now, I would hope that an intelligent man a man with such stature, okay, who helped to give life to babies by bringing them into the world,
thousands of babies,
would not allow people to set him up. Because right now, I cannot understand his thinking. Let me just say this. I want to take about your time.
No problem.
I'm not like a lot of people, you know. I give him credit for what he did.
Yes.
I think he did some wonderful things,
Yes,
you know.
yes, I agree. Free UB. I thought that was great.
Listen,
Taking
you know,
part of breadbasket, I thought that was fantastic.
Exactly.
Stuff. Yes.
And you know something? With all this big flare and slam in the air about the environment and what they call it, with the thing that's threatening us.
Global warming. Global warming.
Global warming.
Yes.
You know something? He was the one who took the initiative to ban the plastic. So he did wonderful things. And I will be the first. I got into arguments with people after the election when everybody wanted to just throw him down. I and my aunt, I have an aunt. We still defended him. But you know now what's getting me with him? You realize that the people, for whatever reason, did not want you. Okay, that's fine. They didn't want Jesus. They wanted Barabbas.
Yeah.
Okay? But that's life.
Yeah.
Be a statesman. Support Mr. Pintard. Let him have his time. And we will all respect you more because you're being used.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling the show. Thank you very much for calling the show. I really appreciate that. We can take our first break. When we come back, we can take caller. You don't go nowhere. We can talk to you in a second. We can talk some Texas. I got a statement I want to say about infighting in parties. Caller, don't go nowhere. You hold on. We're coming right back to you. This is Talking Heads Thursday with Pearlie on Garden Radio 96.9 FM. We're going to be right back.
Get ready! On May 4th and 5th, athletes from around the world will compete to secure their spot in the Paris Olympics. Come, witness history as our Bahamian athletes run against the world and chase the sun. From paradise to Paris at the BTC World Athletic Relays here in Nassau, Bahamas at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Get your tickets now at worldrelaysbahamas24.org or at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium box office or at BTC Mall at Marathon or BTC Southwest Plaza. BTC World Relays. Be there.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Enjoy the flavors of summer with a mega-sized KFC combo and get a secret code for a chance to win. KFC and Pepsi is giving away daily beach bundles of a KFC bag packed with KFC shades, a bucket of 25 KFC whole wings, and a 2-liter Pepsi, plus a weekly cash prize of $1,000. Whether it's original recipe, spicy, or barbecue, get your favorite KFC combo today and mega-size your summer fun. KFC Nassau, it's mega finger-licking good.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport Convenience Stores, Western Bakery, De Gregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News Sales Representative Kavandre at 822-7 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
John's Careware is the leading store for medical wear. John's Careware is fully stocked with scrub sets and separates by Healing Hands, Cherokee, Skechers, Dickies, Medical, and Adar Medical in sizes extra small to 5X. John's Careware also carries a full line of slip-resistant shoes by Nursemates and Clogs, and stockings and socks for those long days on your feet. Thank you to all the healthcare workers who have seen us through these difficult times. John's Careware's friendly and helpful staff is happy to serve you at both Rosetta Street and Carmichael Road locations.
Make Mother's Day one to remember with a delightful Mother's Day brunch valued at $300 courtesy of Haagen-Dazs and Fun Foods Wholesale. It's simple. Just head over to Lickety Split or Super Value locations and purchase a pint of your favorite Haagen-Dazs ice cream for just $8.99. After purchasing, don't forget to write your full name and number on the back of your receipt in the entry box at the store. You're now in the running for our grand prize drawing, taking place on May 10th. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Happy Mother's Day from Haagen-Dazs. Promotion ends May 8th.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
And we're back talking It's Thursday with Pearlie, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We getting straight to the caller. Call you on the air. What's up?
Hey, Gwen.
Hey.
I'm calling back just to say one or two things. As a senior member of the Free National Movement, you know.
When you say senior, it sounds like you got like 6 or 7 in front of your age.
One of the things is, don't worry about that. One of the things is that a lot of times people out there don't understand that there are so many persons who come and join the Free National Movement out there and sometimes from another party. Mm-hmm. And don't really get to learn the whole history about the Free National Movement. And then because they find themselves in a position where they don't want to run, creates a whole lot of problems.
Okay.
At the end of the day, like I say, when the dust is settled, the Free National move on to do what they are assigned to do. And that's to give good governance of the Bahamas. Yes. So for me, at the end of the day, like I say, I said to somebody a while ago, this is a paradigm shift. You know, and we must be prepared for it, because at the end of the day, we can't just keep doing the same thing over and over. We didn't get the same results. And so things must be changed. Not that the old persons don't have nothing to offer, but I think at this juncture, the old person should be behind the scene, giving encouragement to
consultation
leaders to fulfill what needs to be done in this Bahamas. This country has a whole lot of things need to be done to it. We are like we're 20 years behind.
Yep.
And I think time now is for a new mindset who will find a vision for being in Grandstand, find a vision for Camp Road, Montel Heights, Anniston. Some of these areas are the same from, I know myself. You got to get to the point now. We're bringing a new mind with a strong vision to build the economy and make things happen different in this country. Thank you for
calling.
Allowing me to.
No problem. Thank you again. Texas says, under Menace, UB and BTVI was free. Now we have to pay bread basket items costs. Now we have to pay bread basket items. No, UB is still free. You may have to pay a couple $100 in fees, but UB is still free. Bread basket items cost less. Well, duty VAT is now on bread basket items. Unemployment was low. Nope. No VAT on light under a certain $200. Under the PLP, BPL gets sold. Light up, gas up. They raised minimum wage, but talking it back next month with the NIB increase. The PLP lowered the standards of this nation. I'm a 96 baby, and I'd rather Menace policies. The poor was coming up under Menace. New subdivisions for young people, etc. Menace was rebuilding the family islands and its infrastructure. Next text is a great show as usual. People fail to realize it is democratic voting and his right to run. Yes. You're correct. Pearlie, PLP's 1 minute to win the leadership. One reason if he does, the PLP will win elections. Pearlie, it was just leak out our Menace will not run our leader. Pearlie, it was just leak out. Menace will not run as leader in the FNM, but Ingram will be running. Anyway, but one thing Bahamas. We are the greatest country when it comes to conspiracy theories. Pearlie, I want him to run. I'm praying to God that the FNM party put a cut up on him, the likes of which we have never seen before in the Bahamas. Dr. Menace's true self is showing. He's arrogant and he's a poor leader. Next text says, banning plastic bags and foam plates was a horrible move by Pearlie. You ever buy hot breakfast in them paper plate? Yeah, but you know, I supported that. I don't know if you know, caller, but there's a island of plastics in the middle of the Pacific, bigger than the state of Texas. Now go look up how big Texas is, and I'll give you how. And they already move hundreds of tons, not tons, hundreds of tons of plastic of that, and they ain't dented one bit. Let's see what he said. I think Dr. Menace needs to come back during the COVID. He did make some good decisions, but he had learned from his mistakes. If we have an outbreak or something, close again. We have to think as a country next time. At the time, the easy thing to do was to shut down, and it caused a lot of businesses to close. I don't think Dr. Minnis needs to come back during the COVID. He did not make some good decisions. If we have another, I just read that. You sent it to me twice, caller. Okay, next up. Pearly, I sent you a WhatsApp. Okay, somebody tell me I must look at my WhatsApp. That means that person know me. Thank God we did not let Minnis to finish the car. The PLP want Minnis to win because they know they will beat him in easy. Caller, on there. How you doing? Are you there, caller? Call back, caller. Call back. I do sorry to keep you waiting. Call you on there.
Lily.
Hey.
Listen, I hear you defending the plastics. Yeah. They got that plastic thing somewhere around the world.
Yeah.
You ever go anywhere around here and see any plastic trouble like that in the Bahamas?
Not in the Bahamas. I don't want it to get to that, though.
Okay, good. Now, but let me tell you the reason why Minnis buying them plastic. Because he saves Super Value $4 million a month, and all them big-time boys would used to spend extra money. Yeah, he do one or two things good for us, but he sure did a lot for the white, is rich white brand, and then he tell us the darkies, next time for you here, your behavior is big. That was saving money, and he got you carrying your Campbell's that you never soup in your pocket look like you're thieving or in one box. So y'all stop that.
Okay.
His oligarch, his white boys, them money. He ain't got now pay for the plastic. You got to buy the bag now.
I got you. Okay.
Thank you.
Pearly, Minnis needs to go to the back of the class. He had more time on his PMship, but squandered it. Minnis was extremely selfish and threw many who were his right hand and supported him to the side. He stopped communicating with many who was at the forefront of his campaign. He could not take the leadership heat, so why should he be head of the country again? He needs to support Pindar and relax. Callie on there, how you doing?
Good evening, Clancy.
Hey, what's up?
Sparky here.
Hey, Sparky.
Let me tell you something. Clancy, check this out. This announcement come right in time. Right. Saturday is the World Game. Hello?
I'm listening. Saturday is the World Relay. Saturday and Sunday, yes.
Saturday is also Sparky's birthday.
Happy birthday to you. We can sing happy birthday on Saturday. Hey, coming for a cold brown bottle.
Hold on. 73 years old.
Hey, okay. 723.
Minnis,
Okay.
Minnis announcing he coming back.
Uh-huh.
And Minnis know he just called the goblin out. Because I PLP. And me didn't need no campaign. Being an eat bird. The goblin will eat Minnis by himself. I will eat him for breakfast, dinner, and supper.
I hear you.
Just as you call that Minnis stout.
Okay.
I just stout them.
Okay.
With good pepper. Have a good day.
Thanks for calling. let me tell you a little bit of history of the FNM. Now, the FNM was formed in the early 70s when a group of 8 PLPs decided they didn't like the way the direction the PLP was going under Sir Lyndon Pinland. They formed a party called the Free PLP. The UBP dissolved the party, and some members of the UBP joined the new formed Free National Movement Party. Ran in 72 and total beaten, 77 and total beaten. However, in 1977, the party had a similar route, and split. Half went to formed the party called the BDP. The other half stayed with Cecil and the FNM. And both parties took the royal beating. They came back together as the Free FNDM, Free National Democratic Movement, eventually dropped the D and went back to the FNM, and ran in 82 and lost. Ran in 87 when they thought they won the election. All the numbers and everything indicated they should have won, but they lost. Whoever may know what happened. Hubert Ingram came to the party. He was contested for the leadership by Georgie Capron. I don't know how serious that was. And then the rest is history in terms of the 92 general elections in 97. Hubert Ingram left the party. Well, didn't leave. He retired because he said 2 consecutive terms. So he retired from politics in terms of running again. And there was an election between Tommy Turnquest, Algernon Allen, and the late Tennyson Wells, in which Tommy Turnquest ran. Algernon basically left the party. I remember the big rally that Algernon had. And Tennyson ran independent, and in 2002, Tommy got told a royal beating as the leader of the Free National Movement, and the party split. And the party lost, dead split, because 2 key members of the cabinet left. Ingram came back in 06, led the party to a win in 27. Ingram ran in 12 and lost. Hubert Minnis took over. It was a one-day convention at Holy Trinity where he was elected leader. At another one-day convention in 2014 where he was re-elected as leader. Had a fight with Loretta Butler Turner in 2016. Had a convention in June of 2016 where Minnis was retained as leader and Loretta actually dropped out of the race the day before voting time, or the morning of voting. A lot of people was pissed by that. Later that December, a group of parliamentarians decided that they didn't want Hubert Minnis to be their leader in parliament. And they decided to write a letter to the Governor General putting their full support behind Loretta Butler Turner as the leader of Her Majesty's official opposition. She appointed a new senators, in terms of Bradford McCartney was one of them, Rodney Monco, that's all we know, but 2 meat in the Senate dinner was there. And there was a split in the party per se. Minnis retained the leadership of the party, went to the election in 2017 and won by a landslide as an independent against Adrian Gibson and lost. The party has been through that. The party has been through that kind of fighting and that kind of infighting, or what you want to call it, but that was full-fledged democracy. People were allowed to give their opinions, people were allowed to vote, and at the end of the day, Hubert Minnis retained the leadership. I think he's taking a page out of Loretta Butler Turner back, but you know what happened there? In this country, we don't, as leaders, and not just in politics, you know, because I see it in softball and basketball and other things, we don't want to sit down when we reach a certain age. That's why we call it retirement. At a certain age, you got to go sit down. You got to allow the young people to take over. And in this age of social media and AI and all that stuff, I don't have a clue what's going on. And most of us in my age group and who born in the 60s, the 50s and 60s, we don't have much of a clue. We have some idea. But the technology is moving the world a different direction. And we need youthful leaders who have that understanding, who can bridge the 50s and 60s to the 90s and 2000s babies and bring us together as one country. Do we see Hubert Minnis doing that? Do we see Michael Pindar doing that? Personally, I see Michael Pindar doing that. There's a time when you got to say enough is enough. There's a time when you say, okay, let's sit down. Let's take a break. Call you on the air. How you doing?
What's going on, Pearly?
I ain't just calling catching up, but I can call it good times.
What's good? Well, we from the 60s, but, I know what's going on. I mean, it's obvious. And as it relates to conspiracy theories, right?
Okay.
Some conspiracies are good,
Okay.
Some people conspire to do good. Some people conspire to do evil. So anyone who says there's no conspiracy, right, it's not even theory. Because anyone who says there's no conspiracy has to be a fool or has never read or doesn't know anything. How could you say there's no conspiracy? I mean, in the world, that's what makes the world go round.
Yeah.
But as it relates to plastics, right?
Uh-huh.
What we must realize is the oil industry, they're very powerful. So we won't be getting rid of plastics anytime soon. So they will keep exporting it, and we'll keep. They said the average person throw away a third of the plastics that they buy. I think I saw something pop up, but I didn't get to read it like that. But I got a joke for you today, Paul. You want to hear it?
I listen in.
All right. The nastiest race and the longest race is the rat race.
Uh-huh.
But the human race come first. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what she got with the race. Yeah, man, that's the longest race, and the nastiest race is the rat race because we can see it globally. And I like how you mentioned the global political outlook, but
yeah,
I love it. Government, the sound cool together, and so I heard Michael this morning, so I was impressed with what I heard.
Okay.
And so when he was the Minister of Agriculture, let's juxtapose that. He's also not just puffing air; he's actually an action man.
Yes.
All right. So what I'm saying is, what it appears that Michael is doing, it seems to be very shrewd and prudent because he's actually juxtaposing the F&M with the poor and the enfranchised as the counter administration because. He said something that I said a couple of weeks ago on the radio, that all this bragging about growth, the country's growing, but the people are not growing with it. So I thought that was very, I love that.
I heard that,
so,
yeah.
And the thing is about Michael, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's give him some credence. He doesn't feel for any words.
No.
Okay? He's a great orator.
Yeah.
He's charismatic, and so it is what it is. And so not the fact that him and I is the same age, a year or two or less, but the thing is, we are the age where, you see, we must respect the 60s and the 50s, the late 50s.
Yes.
We born without the computerization
Yes.
and the AI,
Yes.
and then we witnessing it.
Yes.
So we pre, and now we living through the transition.
Yes.
So we have a more panoramic outlook. We have the analog and the digital. So we are not outdated yet, Pearly. So don't get.
No, we're not. We're not. We're getting there, but we're not.
Yeah. But listen, man. Politics is destroying this country, and so I thought the previous had many 50, 60 years out. By now, we should have agreed that Governor Santos has set the example by passing the Shanty Town Act,
Yeah.
and which makes it illegal simply to squat.
Yes.
So the thing is, we haven't changed the paradigm from Marxist model from slavery days. That's all I have to say. I really think that the political arena doesn't bode well for us because the political goons, pundits, fanatics, etc., are really a serious part of the problem because when you throw them a bone, they forget everything. Bless up.
Bless up. Bless up. One last call up, and then I can visit Texas, and we can go to the news. Call you on the air.
Hi, good afternoon, Pearly.
Hey, brother.
Hey, I heard you say, you need a young person to help us bridge the gap with all the AI and the Apple technology and stuff. And I'm not sure how old Mr. Pintard is.
Mid-50s.
Mid-50s. But in my opinion, I don't think he is in that age bracket to do that, or what you are asking him to do.
Well, I'm asking that we need somebody there who can bridge us from the 50s, 60s with you from the 90s and somebody, and I think he's youthful enough to bring that bridge. Not saying that he has the knowledge and but able to bring an understanding to bring us two together so we have a better understanding of each other. That's my opinion.
Okay, understood. In my opinion, I think he may still be too old to do that. He need a bit younger, but that's just my
he's got
opinion.
a 40-something, early 40s deputy, so maybe so.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Bernie.
All right, thank you. Text. All right, let me read these texts. Pearly, 4F and them sitting MPs don't support Pintard. I wish you could tell me which four they are because if they didn't, he wouldn't be leader today, right? He wouldn't be leader government opposition business today. How old is Minutes, please? Close to 70. I think he may be more than that. I'm not sure. You should play the song, The Gamble. Interesting 1 hour. And thank you for calling. I tried to keep it as light as possible and get some information out there. But as we move forward, and I support democracy, and I give everybody the right to want to run for any position they want. But all I want to do is see that we do what is right for the party, what we do is right for the country, and what we do is right for all of us. So there we have it. We got your opinion. Thank you so much for calling in. We can take a break. When we get back, we're going to talk sports, look at what's been happening, see what's going on. Stays with Pearly, Talking Heads, Thursdays with Pearly on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. We'll be right back after the news. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the calls. Thanks for the texts. Sports when we get back.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Made exactly the way they should be by someone with chicken in their name. Per pound of all white meat, triple breaded, spicy chicken breast filet on a freshly toasted buttery brioche bun. With your choice of lettuce, tomato, bacon, thick cut pickles, and the perfect amount of Colonel's real mayo or spicy sauce. Every chicken sandwich is freshly prepared and piping hot. Kentucky Fried Chicken Sandwiches, the only chicken sandwiches that are finger-licking good.
Nice to meet you, Jazz. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm an independent 27-year-old manager who wants her own home with her own rules.
Sounds good. I'll help you get there.
We see you, the go-getter, with big plans, and we've been keeping you in mind. Follow your goal home with a mortgage from CIBC Caribbean, and don't bother about your home insurance, as we'll help with that and more. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more info. Conditions apply.
You hear what Boss Man was saying in the back there just now? About what? The luncheon? Why you always worried about food? No, about how we gotta pay a little more for national insurance. Mildred, you talking fool. I can't afford to pay that. And you're always crying, poor mouth. Ain't gonna be much. Boss still gotta pay. 1st of July, 2024. I think that annual benefit is what did help my boy Tony through the pandemic. That same unemployment benefit. And guess what? What? Susan, I think she'd get a pregnancy benefit, eh? You mean maternity benefit? Oh, we gotta do our part to make sure we get our pension. All right.
For more information, visit NIPrateincrease.com. This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, ESC Distributors Limited, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Fun Foods Wholesale, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, the National Insurance Board, the National Youth Guard, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Tropical Gyros, and the World Athletics Road Relays.
And welcome back to Talking Heads Thursday with Pearly, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Time to talk sports, and more sports. This the big weekend. This is the big weekend. The World Relays in the Bahamas. It is back May 4th through 5th, 2024 at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. You can still get your tickets. World Relays Bahamas24.org. You can go to the baseball stadium and buy them there if you choose to at the box office there. So get your tickets. This is going to be exciting. The British are here. The Irish are here. Some of the African teams are here. I'm sure all are now pouring in between today and tomorrow. The Americans are coming. It's going to be fantastic. And you know, the 4x1 and 4x4 relays are qualified for the Olympics. So, you know, we can qualify. Got to be in the top 16. So this is good. This is great. This is fantastic. I'm excited about it. I think we can have a good time, man. So let's just do that. You know, let's get this. This is a wonderful weekend. But let's get right into it. If you want to call in, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, 242-300-5720. Text line is 422-4796. That's powered by BTC. Let's get right into it. Let's get into today in sports history. Today is Thursday, May 2nd, 2024. On this day in 1876, Ross Barnes hit the first home run in the National League. In 1904, Laska Durnell became the first woman to own a Kentucky Derby starter and winner with Elwood. In 1920, in Indianapolis, the first game of the National Negro Baseball League was played. In 1923, Walter Johnson pitched his 100th shutout. In 1939, Lou Gehrig set a new Major League Baseball record when he played in his 2,130th game. The streak began on June 1st, 1925. In 1954, Stan Musial of the St. Louis Cardinals set a new Major League record when he hit 5 home runs against the New York Giants, who are now known as the San Francisco Giants. In 1958, the New York Yankees threatened to broadcast games nationwide if the National League went ahead with plans to broadcast their games in New York. In 1970, Diana Crump became the first female jockey to ride in the Kentucky Derby. In 1988, the Baltimore Orioles signed a 15-year lease to remain in Baltimore and get a new park. In 1988, Pete Rose of the Cincinnati Reds was suspended for 30 games for pushing an umpire. In 2002, Mike Cameron of the Seattle Mariners hit 4 home runs against the Chicago White Sox. And in 2009, the Dallas Cowboys practice bubble collapsed during a storm during a practice. At the time, 27 players were working out. Almost all were drafted last weekend and signed as undrafted rookies. 12 people were injured. The sports quote of the day, it ain't over until it's over. Yogi Berra. But Yogi really had some good quotes. Some really good quotes. And let's, that's it. Let's check out this on the local scene. Team Bahamas ready for World Relays. Relay teams will stage a final walkthrough on Friday. This is a nice picture with Shawnee and the pot cake. Heel out of the rotation, but Sixers win. Buddy, they ain't playing, buddy. I don't know. Buddy needs to get out, get to LA. ITF Development Officer Coed conducts training sessions. Buddy needs to get out. Buddy needs to get out of Sixers. I thought it was a good thing him going there. He would bring that three-point shooting, but all of a sudden they ain't playing him. But they get beat tonight, though. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Leave Abba Him and Papa. Let him play. Let him play. Who's in and who's out. And I mean, that's who's out, but who else is out? But Muff, I got to do it, Muff. Muff, I really don't want to rub it in, but I got to rub it in, Muff. Who's out? We know the Miami Heat out of the playoffs. They get one whooping. They get one beaten last night. I felt for my good friends, Mystery Dolphin, and I felt for you, Muff. Muff was so confident. Muff almost cost me bet on them. 118-84. 118-84. That's what you call a real Bahamian cut-up. 118, and then the Dallas Mavericks beat the Clippers 123-93. Yesterday was beaten day. They were just beating down on everybody. So the Celtics is win the series 4-1. Now remember, the Heat sent the Celtics home last year, so this payback. This is payback. And listening to Jason Tatum's interview, he's like, they're more focused. They let their guard down against Atlanta, and then Miami snuck in and beat them. They said they're staying focused. They're moving forward because they're going on the road for 18. So we can see what happens there. And those of you who don't watch hockey's starting to heat up too. The Dallas Stars won last night to take a 3-2 lead over the over the Golden Knights. And the Edmonton Oilers eliminated the LA Kings yesterday 4-3. So that Edmonton just they've been losing. So I like how they got in there and they did well. Of course, my Dodgers did well last night. Yamamoto shut out the Diamondbacks 8-0 last night. That was a gem. I watched the game. It was really a good game. It was really Yamamoto pitched 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts. Then you had and then Varlin pitched. A couple young fellas pitched, and they held them well. Didn't give up anything. Gave up a couple hits, so they had 7 hits in total. I can't complain. They did well. They did well yesterday. The Dodgers are playing great baseball. Yes, Jeff. The Yankees are playing good baseball too. They got a win over the Baltimore Orioles last night, 2-0. I was surprised. Louis Gill pitched 6 strong innings. Only gave up 2 hits, struck out 5, 1 walk. He gave a 6, little over 6 in the 3rd innings. Corbin Burns pitched for Baltimore. I thought he would do. He's 3-1. That's his first loss last night. He pitched 6 strong innings. Only gave up 2 runs, but he had 6 Ks last night. But it was a good game. I think who hit the big shot for? Soto had a hit last night. Who else? I see Don Trevino scored. Trevino and Cabrera scored the runs last night. So it would have been Cabrera. I think he hit a home run. If I'm correct, I think he hit a home run to beat Baltimore last night. He hit a home run to right field in the top of the 5th, and that was the only run scored yesterday. And other games yesterday, the Braves won, the Pirates lost, the Blue Jays lost, the Twins won, the Cardinals lost to the Tigers, the Brewers beat the Rays, Atlanta beat the Seattle Mariners, which is good. The Phillies beat the Angels, the Padres won, they beat the Reds, the Yankees, of course, they told you they won. The Marlins got a win last night. No, Jazz didn't do much last night. He went 0-4 last night. The Mets lost 1-0 to the Cubs. The Giants lost 6-2 to the Red Sox. Nationals won, and the Astros lost in 10 to the Guardians. Let's take a quick look at the standings before we go any further. Just keep you back again, and we'll talk more about the game. In the American League, the Orioles leading the Yankees. I'm just trying to rub this into Jeff, you see. The Orioles leading the Yankees by a game, 2.5 over the Red Sox, 5.5 over the Blue Jays, and Tampa Bay done 6.5 out. They slowly falling out. The Guardians are leading the Royals by 2 games, Tigers by 2.5, Twins by 3. And then, the White Sox almost already eliminated. They 14.5 games out of first place. They done. Mariners got a game on the Rangers, 2.5 on the Athletics, 6 on the Angels, and the Astros 6.5. I'm surprised. The Astros got a better team than this. I thought, but the Astros usually start out slow, and then you see they'll pick it up probably after the All-Star break. The American League, the National League East is an interesting race. We had the Braves got a half-game lead over the Phillies. The Mets 5 out. The Nationals 5.5, and our Miami Marlins, 13 games out. In the Central, the Brewers lead the Cubs by a game, 3.5 over the Reds, 5.5 over the Cardinals, and 6 over the Pirates. My Los Angeles Dodgers have a 4.5 game over the Padres, 4.5 over the Giants, 5.5 over the Diamondbacks, and the Rockies already 12 games out. Teams like the Rockies, the Marlins, they all but out already in this only May, first month of the season. White Sox 14 games out. They just, by the time All-Star break, they can be 20 games out. But basketball, I don't know. The Heat came out last night they didn't want to be there. I mean, granted, too, your better players are out, but you put up 23. And I told Muff this. I said, you're going to need some of them trees for these other games. I told him that Boston's going to come into Miami and take 2 and go back home to win this out and don't bother to come back to Miami anymore. When they go to Miami, it'll be vacation time to catch the beach. But I don't know. It's the Heat. You saw just how much they missed Jimmy Butler, and you won't say. And they've been talking about they maybe were wanting to get rid of Jimmy. They've been talking about maybe they would move on and rebuild the team. But Jimmy is an integral part of that team. He's a deciding factor of that team, and you saw just how much you missed playoff Jimmy. You missed that. I know Muff. Muff is so depressed last night he didn't answer his phone. And I know the feeling, Muff. I know the feeling when my Lakers did the same thing. I saw an article today that, and I'm hoping it's happened by now, but I haven't seen anything. And I can check now that Darvin Ham should be fired by the end of the day. Now, granted, they're in LA, so there's only 2 something in LA, 2 o'clock in LA right now. They haven't made a decision yet. We'll see what happens there. I think he's going to go. I'm all for. I've been saying it for a minute that I didn't think he was the best fit for the league. I thought when we first hired him, I was excited about it. Black coach, coming from a winning program, that he would bring something to the team. Boy, but I wasn't impressed with it. I didn't impress with his decision making. I wasn't impressed with his rotations. He took us from playing last year all the way to the Western Conference Final, and some things happened, but that's it. This year, same thing, I argue with Naughty about it a lot. I hope he ain't listening, but anyway, I kind of have to agree with him on it. I kind of have to agree it's not what we're used to when it comes to LA. Teams like LA, Chicago, Miami, Boston. We in the money at all times. Our fans expect us, the fans, we expect them to be there. We expect them to be in the money. We expect them to be in the hunt every year. That is what we've gotten used to. Players want to be in LA. Players want to be in Miami. Players want to be in Boston. So we should be able to attract the kind of players there that will lead the team to the championship. But not this team. Boy, call Leon there. How you doing?
Yeah, Burley.
Hey, what's up?
Reference to as a LeBron fan.
Okay. Ooh, I got to hear this.
I think it's time to move him to either retirement or the third option.
Okay.
So, you know what? I hate LA. So it's a very difficult time for me to watch the Lakers play.
So you're a Miami Heat, LeBron, or Cleveland?
I am a Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan fan.
Okay.
I grew up in the era of Michael Jordan. So, I hate the Lakers for how they used to do them. And then I hate the Celtics.
Okay.
And then I hate the Pistons. I can give you a whole list of people I hate and still hate today.
You still hate Joe Dumars for the way he used to shut down Jordan sometimes?
Yeah. They used to be fighting, man. Not playing basketball. But when I look at and following LeBron from St. Mary Benson all the way to the NBA and so on to his retirement, I got to tell you, I think he's just trying to make 40,000 points.
Okay.
But you only can win no championship with him as a second option. He needs to now move. I don't say put him on the bench. You start him leave him in there when the second unit comes on and let him average between 17 to 20 points per game. But they need see, right now, LeBron would fit good inside the Minnesota Timberwolves system.
Yeah, but he'd be a third option there.
Yeah, he could be the third option there.
But is he going to accept being the third option? Is he accept not being the man, the myth, not being the face?
A father time telling them, oh boy, you have to accept it.
But don't look like he accepting it. Because he talking about bringing Bronny. You can imagine Bronny coming to LA? I will die.
I know you are desperate, right? But come on.
He can't be that desperate, man.
They can't be that desperate. He needs some development. He'll probably do good in the D-League, but Giannis got Thanasis, so you never know. Might
just keep him on the bench. He ain't gonna play.
Just keep him on the bench. Put him in for that 1 minute. Let the fans cheer, and then don't bring him back in.
I think he should go back to school for another year. I wish nobody. See, the problem is somebody can draft him because that's LeBron's son.
Because that's LeBron's son.
But if it's real, I would let him not be drafted. Go back into college, play another year, get some experience, build up his game a little bit.
Or I think he should do what LeVar Ball did: send him to the European League, let him show his strides over there, and see if he can dominate, and then bring him back in.
Did he go to the European League or did he go to China?
Well,
he gone somewhere. He been somewhere.
Well, he should take a page out of LeVar Ball book and say, hey, this is a different route, because these other black kids, they dominating this one.
Yeah, but that's LeBron's son. You see, LeBron ain't allow that to happen.
Everybody is somebody's son.
But if it was me. LeBron should go back to Cleveland, carry Bronny with him, and go there and do something there.
I just said that last night, I think he should return to Cleveland.
Go back to Cleveland and end his career in Cleveland where he started.
End the career right there and do your tour and farewell and then play your game with Bronny.
When you come to LA, we'll have a rocking chair for you like we did for Jabbar.
Right now, I still pulling for Cleveland, so I ain't want him come there and mess up our system. Those boys down there, they got a good thing going with Spider and
yeah, but that's you need. I think you need one more. I think you need, and I think Spider's the man, but I think you need a third option, and he may be perfect for that. You don't think so?
Well, that's where Mobley's supposed to kick in. Mobley's
the second option.
Yeah, and that's where the Garland's supposed to kick in. We need. So we need. I still watching and trying to figure out how they could tweak it.
Okay.
So I really haven't identified what they could do there.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Philadelphia, and I figured that they was kind of phase Buddy out once Joel got back.
Yeah.
Because the ball rotation was going to change the pace. But I think Buddy would make a good fit in your system in LA.
I think he would. He's good. He's basic, good, decent D3 and D man. He can shoot him. We need somebody who could spread the floor.
Well, that's my homeboy. I used to run him off the court inside the gym in Freeport.
Okay.
But he'd see me and tease me with that all the time. But he's a tree guy, but he ain't no D guy.
Well, listen, they're talking about bringing Ice Strait from Atlanta. I know he's playing better D than Ice Strait.
Oh, I think Ice Strait would be a perfect fit.
He will excite. He will bring. I can see him throwing some alley oops to AD. I can see that happening.
I mean, but when you sit back and listen to us, probably we lying to ourselves. Kyrie would be the perfect fit in LA with LeBron. After watching him play with Luka, I think Kyrie, you need to find a way to bring Kyrie to LA.
They tried. I thought they were trying last year, and it didn't pan out. I think LeBron wanted him there as well.
Yeah, man, y'all got to try that. I think that guy, he got what it takes.
Well, we can see. We can see. But we'll see that. Personally, I think I'm happy that they can get rid of Davenham. The quicker they do that, I'm happy. I wish we would find a way to get LeBron out of there.
So that's what I really call for, man. I think y'all should get rid. Hey, coaching LeBron,
I ain't worrying about that part of it. I worrying about some things he was doing. His rotate. Man, he was playing people he knew. Man, he was playing like, that's my boy. I got to play my boy.
The fella was doing what LeBron tell him do. That's his problem. He needs to step up and say, listen, let me coach.
But I don't know because he didn't listen to LeBron when D-Lo got hit in the face and LeBron was telling him challenge. LeBron jump up and down like a little brat mad and thing like that.
And cost the same game with the 2 points. That's the game they lost that, right?
Yeah, they lost that. Yeah.
That same 2 points he's gonna take back.
But I don't know. I personally, I think we need a. I don't know. I have somebody saying Rondo. I don't know. Rondo's never coached. He's never had a head coaching job, but he has a great basketball IQ. Great basketball IQ.
Yeah. But I wonder if it could reciprocate to being a coach. I don't know.
That's true. But some people say that his IQ and his manners and his mannerisms on the court indicated that he would be a great coach. He was teaching kids, players, calling, so maybe he would. Look here, he can't do much worse than David Arm.
Yeah, Jason Kidd.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I know.
We'll see what happens.
I hope in the off-season you all do something sensible.
But hey, tell me about it, right? But right now, I watch my Dodgers.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling.
Man. Yeah, man.
Mr. Medusa, let's take our first break. When we get back, we can talk some more sports. I got an interesting for the final 15 with Kyle Hurd. He's going to have Paul Pierce on. They can talk about the Celtics and the Lakers' struggles. So let's do it for that. Remember, this is Talking Heads Thursday with Pearlie on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. When we get back, we can talk a little sports and we can get into our picks. We'll be right back.
Living with a neurological condition shouldn't define you. At Cleveland Clinic in Florida, we do whatever it takes to make life better today while discovering new treatments for a brighter tomorrow. From epilepsy management to specialized spine care and brain tumor surgery, we're delivering world-class neurology care for the day-to-day, for the days you live for every care in the world. Visit clevelandclinicflorida.org/Caribbean.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Mothers are the heart of our homes, the soul of our memories, and the guiding light through life's journeys. Show your love with a gift from Kelly's House and Home's Mother's Day sale, Friday, May 3rd through Saturday, May 11th. Enjoy 20% off selected dinnerware, glassware, luggage, silk flowers, and picture frames, except on net items. One lucky person can win a gift basket for Mother's Day. Visit our Facebook page for more information. Kelly's House and Home's Mother's Day sale, May 3rd through 11th. Happy Mother's Day, all with love from Kelly's House and Home.
This is the National Youth Guard program designed to train young people to help the Bahama Islands in times of disaster.
I decided to join to better serve my country as well as to better myself.
We train to help in search and rescue,
electrical, plumbing, and carpentry.
And things that they can actually expand on in their careers.
Young people who join the Youth Guard program discover a sense of purpose and a sense of patriotism.
To learn more and apply, visit nyg.bahamas.gov.bs.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back. Talking Heads Thursday with Pearlie, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. This is Talking Heads, Sports Talk. Call you on the air. How you doing? I was trying to put my little sexy voice and call you on the air. What you saying? Caller go on, eh? I guess you've been paid. Call, you could call back. I was trying to put I wasn't trying to entice you. I just putting a little, my deep radio voice. So you can call back. There you go, caller. I so appreciate you. Call you on the air. How you doing? Are you there, caller? I can hear them in the background, but I guess something right there. Hey, gotta try back. But yeah, I know this is interesting. What's going on in the NBA? The talk about and all this talk about LeBron and Bronny coming to LA and maybe it'll be good. And let's don't do that, please. Let's don't do that. First of all, I don't think the Lakers got a pick. Now there's a way it can happen. The team, I can't remember which team got it. The team can take the pick now if it's a good pick, or they could give it back to the Lakers and let the Lakers have it, and they'll take it next year. So I don't know how that can work out. I hope that don't happen. So far as I know, as now the Lakers don't have a first round pick. I don't think Bronny's a first round pick anyway. And I'm not certain. I have to check. I don't think we even have a pick this year, period. I think we trade that away. When we got 80, I think we lost that, or maybe did some things to get some other players. I'm not certain. But I don't know. We can take this call and see what they're saying. And call you on there. How you doing? Hey.
Sorry to call back. Sparky here.
Yes, Sparky.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
We're in the Bahamas, right?
Yes.
And when we talk in sports, basically all these talk about is American sport.
No, no. Hold on, Sparky. Hold on. Every other Thursday, we have first thing, I have flag football on with me every other Thursday, talking flag football in the Bahamas. We have the road masters that come on regularly to talk about their road races. We've had boxing come on and talk. We've had other Bahamian sports come on. We talk about Bahamian sports. We talk about Bahamian athletes. I talked about the world relays. So I can't let you tell me that, bro. Now, we dominate, yes. Talk more about foreign sports because that's what we love. We love the NFL. We love the Dolphins. We love the Lakers. We love Dallas. We love that. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk what our callers want to hear. So we try to get a good mix. The first thing we do is we talk about the history in sports. We also talk about local sports. So I can't let you say that, Sparky. I can't let you say that, Mark. But go ahead.
Buddy.
Yes, sir.
My humble apology.
Apology accepted, my brother.
I got it wrong. Because sometimes it seems like the callers are limited all over across the board. I might be getting it wrong.
No, we do have some, and I'm not going to knock the callers. Yes, some callers are limited, and that's what Naughty and I try to do. We try to impart some knowledge about a wide variety of sports. We try to give you an idea of everything so that you, hopefully when you stop listening to us today, you learn something about some sport.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, Billy. I apologize. Go down, please. I apologize. Because it seems like the amount of callers that call in regards to sport are so limited that it sounds like the same 5 to 6 people calling in over and over. And the reason I was calling in is because of the World Relay coming up on Saturday.
Yes.
It's only 2 days away.
Yes.
And to me, other than your talk show or Purdy talk show, I hear nobody else talking about it.
Well,
everybody just talking politics. Human menace, bird dealers, and 10 times. That's all the women's talking about. And we got this big world event, this big international world event, can put their feet on the Bahamian shores.
Yes.
In 2 days. And ain't nobody talking about it.
Well, don't say anybody. There ain't enough people talking about it. Let's say that. Because I try to talk about it. I'm excited about it. I'm excited. You know what the one race I'm excited about the most? The mixed relay.
But you know something? If I go down there on my birthday, and they don't answer Sparky to stadium, I got let off on fireworks.
Sparky, I can let you go by. Sparky, listen. I hope the announcers from the World Relays hear this, and I hope they sing happy birthday to Sparky on Saturday at the World Relays. Because it is his birthday, and he's an advocate for the World Relays. He's been pushing hard for us to talk about it. And listen, it's Saturday, May 4th, at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. You need to get out and support the World Relays. You know, you can get tickets online, or you can go to the baseball stadium and get your tickets. Let's make our Bahamians. You know something? When I found out, when I worked the first World Relays in 2014, and those Jamaicans from all over the world, they buy them tickets on the 100-meter finish line, and they be there in their colors. Let's don't let them outdo us this time, people. Get there and support. We got another call on the line. Caller, what you saying? Call you on there. How you doing?
Yeah, I think even if we had Jimmy Buckets last night, that couldn't help us.
No, I think if you had Jimmy Buckets last night, you'd bring a little more inspiration to the
game. You see how your series was? Your series was close.
Yeah.
1 point, 2 points.
Yeah.
You see, and you see, Miami do the same foolishness in the finals last year. Though. They only win game 2 against Denver, and Denver win the 2 games in Miami, and then win the rest too. You know, you see how them joking, man. That didn't look like no elimination game to them, man. They bring the effort and the energy, man. You see how Moxie play? 7 points in 28 seconds.
Yeah. That remind me of Reggie Miller the last time the Knicks get beat like that.
Exactly, man. That's the play. That's players them would come out to play with an elimination game, man. I mean, they didn't give up to me, man. From the game start, look, they didn't give up, man.
You think so?
Oh, that's how it looked, man. Big 34 points in a playoff game.
Yeah, that's
in a playoff game, man. Come on, 20 points in all the other 3 games.
Yeah.
Well, for 58 seconds.
Yeah.
That's the only time in Miami leading the other 3 games for 58 seconds. Well,
58 or 56. Don't give them 56. Don't give them 2 extra seconds.
Yeah, 56 seconds. They smashed us underneath the ground, man, from the start, from the tip.
Yeah, they came out. They came out focused. They came out centered. They came out to send y'all home, and that's what they did.
Yeah, and then that's how they look all the whole season, the whole year, and everything like that too. They just play like how they play, Boston ball.
But I remember I told you, them you hit 23 trees. I said you can need some of them, right?
Yeah, and can't buy one. Couldn't buy one in the other 2 games after that.
Yeah, you had enough money.
Can't get 3, can't get a 2, can't get for free show, can't do nothing, man. Like, give up. I know if Buckets give them the inspiration or whatever, but with them all Scary Terry, man, they couldn't have beat Boston last night. Boston would look.
Okay.
But like what you were talking about, and they say Buddy Hield is fit in their offense. So he ain't fit in their offense with a series, and some foolishness he's running all it.
So why you bring him there if he ain't fit in your offense?
I don't know. And then I feel sorry for the Phoenix, but that's good. When you're not 18, you're just going to the finals. You'll get rid of 18, now you're getting sweep in the first round. That's good. I feel sorry for you. Yeah, man, that's good. The 18 was playing good.
I guess, I don't know. I mean, and they just wasn't that kind of team anymore without him. They didn't have that rim protector. They didn't have that big center. So they paid the fee.
Yeah, that's right.
And they paid them fellas all kind of money to treat them. The tree top end, Beal, and Booker. It was Beal, whatever, Brooks, and they paid them big money, eh?
Yeah. Well, to tell you something, I know one thing. Moxie and Abid, they better bring it in Philly tonight, boy. They better bring it.
Boy, they get away. They got away. What? And the Knicks coming with some vengeance in their eye.
I believe so too, boy. Because then what? Brunson, he had 47?
Wow, but he needed 2 more.
Yeah, he needed 2 more. You're right. Just 2 more.
But my son is a huge Sixers fan, so he and Hawk Evan, he rubbing it into me right now. So. I think it going 7 though. I believe it may go 7.
Yeah, but I say, man, they haven't even want Buddy Hield get at least one record, get at least 1, 2, get a playoff. This is his first playoff game. Let him get some points, man.
Yeah.
Let him get his free feet wet. You know, I like that, man. Anyhow,
I'm not happy with that as well. I'm a huge Buddy Hield fan. I want to see Buddy in LA, so hopefully that'll happen.
And tell you, American sports is what's going on now, man. This the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
This the NBA player. Man, Sparky, look here, man. You can't tell people what to talk about, man. You talk about what you want to talk about. Individual, any other people can talk about what they want to talk about. That's just how the world's run, man. Yeah. You can't come on this radio bullying people to want to talk about what you want to talk about, man. Of course, the World Games is big. ESPN and ZNS is in the evening, ZNS Sports, even they're talking about it.
Yeah.
Anyone don't know about the World Game, but this on Pearly and Naughty Show, they talk about American sports, football and basketball and NBA, because that's what's happening now. This is the playoff.
Yeah.
This is me.
But Sparky apologized and said that, he understands and he's fine with it.
Yeah, man, don't come bullying people on this radio.
I beg it in him. You ain't gonna bully me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Let me have the picture, man.
I gotta do the picture right now. We can get to the picture right now. Okay.
Oh, yeah, man.
All right, brother. You too now. Talk to you tomorrow. All right, so we're going to get to the picks, and then after the picks, we take a break, and then Colin Cowher is going to talk a little bit, Paul Pierce, about the Celtics win and the Lakers struggle and what's going on with the Lakers. It's kind of interesting. I enjoyed it. So tonight, in Indiana, we had the Milwaukee Bucks at the Indiana Pacers. Indiana is a 6.5-point favorite. Indiana leads it. You know what? Too many injuries in Milwaukee. They keep saying Giannis is a game-time decision. Lillard is a game-time decision. I don't see it happening. I'm taking the Pacers, but I'm not going to take the points. I'm going to take the Pacers with the money line. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think the Bucks are going to just fold up and let it go just like that. The Knicks at the 76ers. Sixers are 3.5-point favorite. I think this going 7. I believe this going 7. I'm going to take the Knicks. Boy, that was close. You know what? I can be bold. The Knicks and the points. Sorry, not the Knicks. The Sixers and the points. I think this going 17. They're going back to New York to close it out. I think that's what's going to happen. And then we got one hockey game tonight. The Boston Bruins. And I really thought Boston would have closed this out a long time ago. Toronto had a great game last time. I think Boston going to end it tonight and finish it. So that'll be that tonight. Most of the baseball games are over. I see the Marlins got a win today, 5-4. I see the Yankees lost again to the Orioles, 7-2. Mets beat the Cubs 7-6. The Giants beat the Red Sox 3-1, and the Rangers shut out the Nationals today. Only one more game left in MLB tonight. That'll be the Houston Astros hosting the Guardians. That's it for Talking Heads Thursday with Pearlie. It's been a great day. Thank you for listening. Thanks for the texts. Thanks for the calls. Thank you, everybody. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. I'll be back next week Thursday. No, I won't be here next week Thursday. I'm going to Minnesota. I'm excited about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I hook up at Naughty. Take it. Be good. Be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Talking Heads is out.
Are you ready for the best of the best? Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group, Up for Sound Promotion, and Guardian Radio presents the best of the best Rake and Script Explosion Concert. Mark your calendars for May 11th as Super Club Breezes grounds ignite with Bahamian talent featuring KB, Gino D, Funky D, Veronica Bishop, The Brylanders, Avi, Elon Moxie, and Shine 242.
Right now I feel like whining.
Join the Falcons, Iron Storm, Sylvie Pierre, Johnny Cake, Mama D, Nishi LS, Pat Ramis, Stevie S, and Shad Colley and the VIPs for an electrifying night of music and culture. Tickets are flying, so grab yours now. Available online at BahamaZTickets.com or swing by the Beauty Shack on Soldier Road and Carmichael Road. This is the event of the year. The best of the best Rake and Scrape Explosion at Breezes Resorts. Gates open at 6 p.m. Don't miss out on the Bahamian Magic.
Get ready! On May 4th and 5th, athletes from around the world will compete to secure their spot in the Paris Olympics. Come, witness history as our Bahamian athletes run against the world and chase the sun. From paradise to Paris at the BTC World Athletic Relays here in Nassau, Bahamas at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Get your tickets now at worldrelaysbahamas24.org or at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium box office or at BTC Moreland Marathon or BTC Southwest Plaza. BTC World Relays. Be there.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Whether you like it hot or you enjoy being original, KFC has the only chicken sandwiches with attitude, featuring 100% extra large white meat chicken fillets for 100% flavor. Enjoy the famous flavor of KFC 11 herbs and spices in the KFC Original Recipe Burger, or take the heat up a notch with a spicy filet with our KFC Kentucky Deluxe Sandwich. And for a limited time, enjoy your favorite sandwich with fries for only $7. That's how it's done. KFC Nassau, it's finger-licking good.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We've been watching him on Undisputed, and we said, hey, man, if you get time, we'd love to have you on the show. He's a busy guy. He's got to drive out to the Valley. But he made time for us today. The 10-time All-Star Paul Pierce joining us in the herd. Look at Paul, the dapper. Yeah, it is good to see you. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? What up?
You look like you could still play. Do you ever go out and league it a little bit?
Yeah, I'm playing today when I leave here.
You're playing tonight?
Yeah, I'm playing tonight.
Now, when you were a great defensive player in the league, that's good enough. Do you defend when you go out and play tonight?
No, I don't play no defense.
Okay.
No, I just shoot threes. Like the NBA today, the new NBA. I just go out and shoot threes.
You know, when we were talking about this last night, there are some organizations that rise, the Yankees and Alabama football and the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers are a flawed roster, but historically in the big games, Celtics have a lot. And I watched the Clippers last night, and I'm like, okay, this is a moment. And it was like the ghost of Clippers past arrived. It was their worst playoff loss in history. So I want to ask you, you played for Kansas, Boston, so you won a lot of games, and those are legendary, iconic basketball organizations.
Right.
Does the Clippers from the outside looking in look like, not that it's haunted, but there's something hanging on the franchise in big spots?
Yeah, I truly believe, and I said this before, I think they got a dark cloud over them. And I think the only way that dark cloud is going to get removed is when they move into their own building next year. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
You know, they share the building. They're in the shadow of the Lakers, y'all. You know, you share locker rooms and stuff.
And it's the Lakers building.
Yeah, it's the Lakers building. You know, it's their crib, and you just kind of lease it out. You go in there and hang out and put your, you know, then you got to get out, but it's always going to be the Laker house.
Yeah.
So I just think that dark cloud is going to be removed when they get into their own building.
Yeah.
You know, because even when I played there, Colin and Jason, it was just untimely injuries, and it just seems like some untimely happens every single year.
Now, was the medical staff up to snuff there? Was it as good as the Celtics?
I mean, you got all the best of the best. I mean, this is Los Angeles. You got UCLA, all the doctors is coming from over there, and you got the best of the best. But it's just like when I was there, Blake got hurt. CP3 got hurt. And now you see every year, it's either Kawhi or Paul George. It's just like something. And these are years where you're like, okay, this team can contend for a title.
Oh, they have an excellent roster right now.
Yeah. And this is a team you feel like, all right, they could contend for a title. But unfortunately, right now, Kawhi is dealing with injuries, and it just seems like it's the same song every year. So I just feel like when they get some new energy in a new building, things are kind of refresh, you know. So that's just me. That's what I think.
So I have defended Darvin Ham on this, is that the Bucks, the Lakers, and the Sixers have superstar players. And it's not a coincidence. They've each had 3 coaches in 6 years.
Yeah.
So in the NBA, the star player grumbles to his agent. The agent calls the media and says, coach lost the locker room.
Right.
But the truth is Malone went 7 years without winning. The guy in Oklahoma City couldn't make the playoffs for 3 years.
Yeah.
Is that when I watch the Lakers play, I think it's a flawed team. Rui didn't show up for 2 games. D'Lo's hit and miss against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And the only player I could depend on offensively late in the games was usually Austin Reeves and LeBron, whereas they got Porter and Murray and Jokic, and KCP's one of the most underrated dudes in the league.
Yeah.
I saw a Laker team that played their arse off. They played hard.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at them, what do you see?
They just don't have enough defensively. We always tend to look at the offensive prowess between, AD, LeBron, and teams. The first thing we always look at in the stat sheets is the scoring. All right, well, I'll tell you one stat. And this is about the Celtics, because I got to talk a little. So,
yeah.
Jason Tatum went 4 for 9, played over 30 minutes, and they won by 30. You know why? Because they can defend.
Yeah.
And they're more talented, they're deeper and everything, but defense wins championships. And the Lakers just didn't have a consistent enough defense, a reliable defense to where they can get stops down the stretch because they got the guys who can score to win ball games. And so when you don't have that dependable defense down the stretch, it just seemed like every game was the same. Okay, you play for stretches of defense. You have moments, but you just couldn't put nothing consistently together. And so the talent was there. Is it the coach? Somebody's the scapegoat every year.
Right.
It can't be the coaches every time. Right. It's time for the players to start looking in the mirror.
Right. So it's interesting. We romanticize. Somebody once said this, and I thought it was I forget who said it. They said a lot of the athletes, the way they treat people, you'd never want him as a boss, like Michael Jordan, right? Like he's hard to play with, but we romanticize that. Like Kobe could be rough to play with. If you read the book, 3 Ring Circus, Kobe was a lot to deal with. So then there's Jason Tatum. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Everybody likes him. And I watch them and I think, if you look at most NBA champions, Shaq and Kobe they were killers. They're out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by the way, KG, Paul Pierce, you guys.
Dogs.
And then you look at Boston and you're like, Jason Tatum's a nice guy. And part of me is like, do you have to have that, get me the ball, get out of here? Because I think Tatum likes to share.
Yeah.
Likes to help. Likes to lubricate the offense. He's doesn't always want to take the big shot. And that's when I watch him, I think, do you have to have that?
I think he has it. I think he has it somewhere. Maybe we don't see it all the time, but when I go back and I look at what you did last year to the Sixers, and when I go back and when he has that 40, 50-point game in Philadelphia, and then I go back and it was a huge game. It's a swing game. They lose. And then when I go back and I look at that Game 7 in Milwaukee, you can't tell me that's not kind of like dog games.
Right.
Just because he don't come out as a rah-rah type person.
He's not a big trash guy.
No, not a big trash talking guy. And, he just don't come off that way. When he talks, it's kind of like subtle.
Right, soft.
Yeah, so, that's why we kind of build him with that, personality-wise. But I've seen some dog games where I was like, he had 55 in the All-Star game. You gotta have some type of drive and competitive. I know the All-Star game is not as competitive as it used to be, but you gotta have a mentality to go out there and do it.
Right.
And so, but they have some guys on the team like that. Like Drew Holiday, dog. Jaylen Brown.
Oh.
He got it.
He's feisty.
Yeah, so, I wouldn't call that a knock on him because he's shown in big moments he can come up big.
Yeah. So we like to say that markets don't matter. But if you go to, when I grew up, the first face of the league was probably Jerry West, L.A., Magic, L.A., Bird, Boston.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, Chicago.
Yep.
Shaq, Kobe, L.A. Tim Duncan was never the face of the league.
No.
LeBron is the only small market guy that's been the face of the league, and he was a star coming out of high school.
Yeah.
The chosen one was his nickname, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. We say markets don't matter. But, I look at the NBA right now and I'm thinking, who's the face of the league? Now, first of all, you have to want it. Jokic doesn't want it.
No.
So you have to want it. And then I look at Ant and I think, well, he wants it, but it's Minnesota.
It's not that they don't want it, Colin. It's who gravitates towards you. You know what I'm saying? It's who are the people gravitating toward. Now, you can say, Giannis, Joker, Embiid, Tatum, all these guys are the best players.
Yeah.
But the people who choose the face of the league, that's who the people gravitate toward. And right now, a lot of people are gravitating toward Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
They're like, man, you know, when you see him in his interviews, man, he talk like me. He's just a normal dude. He'd say, he looking at his own highlight. He don't come off, he coming off real authentic.
Right.
I mean, he got the flair, the personality,
He's got the game.
the game. And right now, you just see the kids gravitating toward that.
I think John Morant had a chance, but then went sideways personally, whereas Ant is all basketball.
It's all basketball. You don't have nothing to say really about him outside of it. Whatever. Girl stuff, whatever. Whatever. But, I mean, people like, man, I can relate to him. Man, he just the way he talks. It feels like he's talking right to you.
Yeah.
You know, in his interviews.
Yes.
It feels naturally real.
Yeah.
Like when he's sitting there with Karl Towns and he was like, man, you need to just stop fouling so damn much. Like, you know, it's just like, oh,
That's
man.
how people talk at the gym.
Yeah, that's like at the gym. And you relate to that and you gravitate toward that. So he's on his way. You know, it could be Tatum, you know, I mean, just personality-wise and charisma-wise, Anthony is checking all the boxes.
Yeah. Paul Pierce joining us for our radio audience, the Finals MVP, the 10-time NBA All-Star. I want to go back to your Boston days because it was really one. I'm a believer outside of LeBron and the Celtics usually that the baking in the oven's better than the microwave. We think you can just go grab all-stars.
Yeah.
But really, Denver was baked. Right now, Oklahoma City baked.
Yeah.
You guys, LeBron, okay, he wins everywhere, and you guys. So all these experiments, Barkley and Pippen went to Houston, didn't work.
Yeah.
The Suns didn't work. Brooklyn didn't work. You guys worked, and you were big personalities.
Yeah.
So I want to know why. Because Ray Allen had to go from the 1 to the 2 or the 3.
Yeah.
Why did it work in Boston?
I think we were just old and desperate. All of us have been to All-Star games and
had money.
It had money. I mean, we like, what else is left? I mean, we old. I'm 30, KG's 31, Ray's 32. We like, man, come on, we got to win. We didn't scored the ball as many points, shot as many threes, defensive player of the year. Kevin won that year, but he won an MVP. So just like, man, we don't got a lot of time left. We you know, Doc, he laid out the plan.
Did he?
Yeah, he laid out the plan because we was on the duck boat. We took a ride on the duck boat before the season started. We jumped on, rode around the city, just us four. Just us four.
By the way, for people that don't know this, if you've never been to Boston, they have duck boats everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
And they can drive, and then they go into the water, and it's a big thing in Boston.
It's a huge thing in Boston outside the clam chowder. But we rode the duck boat around the city so people can see us, waving at us, and he was like, all right, KG was like, you think we can win this year? He was like, we got to win it this year, the first year. Because usually it takes time to kind of get to know each other. And he was like, what you think our window is? He's like, I think we got a 3-year window. Because y'all old as hell. He said, you know what I'm saying? He said, we got a 3-year. And that was our window. Thank God we won it the first year because the next year Kevin got hurt. And then we went back to the finals in 2010. Yeah. And so that was our chance. We said we can probably get 2 out of 3. We said this. How many do you think you can get, Doc? He said, if we can squeeze 2 out of 3.
You're legends.
Yeah. And so we got to the finals, but as you all know, we wasn't as the healthiest team.
Right.
But it was a good run, you know, for the shorter period of time. And, you know, if we got together a little younger, like 4 or 5 years earlier, we could have been sitting on the dynasty.
It was really interesting, though, because, and I felt this with the Heatles a little bit, is that I did feel the guys liked each other, which is not easy. Because in the NFL, offense and defensive players, they don't even practice together a lot. Mm-hmm. In baseball, a third of the roster's in the bullpen. In the NBA, it's a small roster.
Yeah.
You're all in the same restaurants playing. Yeah. Like, if you don't, one guy can screw up a locker room.
Absolutely.
And it was like, you went 3 years, and you guys were...
Or one girlfriend or one wife can screw up a locker room.
Oh, I've heard stories.
So a lot of things has to go right.
And it didn't.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think because me and Garnett was already friends. We knew each other since high school.
Okay.
So, I think we just left our egos at the door.
And Ray's chill, isn't he?
And Ray's chill, and Kevin already knew Ray. I didn't have a relationship prior to Boston with Ray, but Ray's respected.
Yeah.
And so when we got there, the good thing is we talked every day on the phone damn near when the trade happened. We was on 3-way call, like, when we gonna get to Boston? Let's start playing. What's up with y'all? Y'all good? We talking like every week, every other day.
Wow.
Right out the gate.
Okay, so I said about the Phoenix Suns, because, boy, I whiffed on that. I had them in the Western Conference Finals.
I had them going to the finals before the season. When they made the trade,
yeah,
I predicted them in the finals.
So I'll make the argument that Vogel, actually, he's great with bigs, and they didn't give him a great one, and he had no point guard, so it wasn't built. It was a Mike D'Antoni roster with Frank Vogel the coach. So be that as it may, I do think the Knicks are you don't want somebody to take the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hands.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin doesn't. You can give him the ball with 5 seconds left in the shot clock.
Right.
I think I'd move Kevin, keep Booker. Now I'm not being anti-Kevin, but I think Chicago, to get past the Minnesota, OKC, those teams are only getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Denver, Boston, they got to make a move, right? What do you make of the KD to New York idea?
That's a great idea, and you don't want to take the ball out of Brunson's hand, but I'm not sure he really fits that New York mold.
They're grinders.
Yeah, they, if things go south with KD, and we already know how he is when people start talking bad about him, and if the New York media jumps on him, he's not going to like that. You know that.
Oh, I know.
I mean, so if there is a player, and you have to have some more star power, I think maybe
Paul George. He defends.
But then what do you do with, you play him and Anunoby? They kind of like the same position, but I think you do need another guy to take pressure off Brunson.
I mean, he's playing hard minutes, long minutes. They're asking a lot of him.
Maybe if KD's willing to take a step back.
I think he is.
Yeah.
KD doesn't want to be the leader.
Yeah.
He wants to be 27 a night.
That make it work. That make it work.
We were talking about this, how I think the NBA, with all these small market and European influences, I think the league needs New York. So go back to the Celtics and the Knicks are rivals, but the Celtics just have dominated.
Yeah.
But when you played in the Garden, did it feel different?
It definitely feels different. You feel like, I feel like I'm this feels like the Garden, actually. It's